This great man, beloved brothers and sisters, deserves our honor, deserves, brothers and sisters, for us to know who he is and what legacy he has left us. This is a great man whose mother and father were born in that vicious, evil system called slavery. Both mother and father were enslaved. I did not say they were slaves. Stop calling our people slaves. Slavery is a condition that was imposed upon us. Slaves is what they tried to make us into, and we refuse to accept the label of being slaves. The condition of slavery does not make us slaves. As Queen Mother Moore tells us, a slave is an imbecile who was created to do his master's bidding. Did you hear me, brothers and sisters? Queen Mother Moore defined a slave for us. And she said, a slave is an imbecile. A slave is a what? Imbecile. A slave is an imbecile that the slave master created to do his bidding. Is that who you are? No! You should be blowing the roof off if you know. Is that who you are? Are you an imbecile who was created to do the slave master's bidding? Carter G. Woodson has another way of putting it. Carter G. Woodson said, when you control a man's thinking, you do not have to worry about his action. You do not have to tell him to stand here or go yonder. He will find his proper place and stay in it. He won't only find his proper place, beloved, he will stay in it. He says you don't have to send him to the back door. You don't have to send him to the back door. Without being told. He will go to that back door, what? Without being told. Why is he going to go to the back door without being told? Carter G. Woodson says his education makes him so, tells him so. That's what Queen Mother Moore means when she say a slave is an imbecile who was created to do the master's bidding. That's the one who you don't have to. Because you control his thinking, you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about, the slave master doesn't have to worry about his action. This man who was born in 1875 to enslaved parents, who grew up hardly attending school, although he was interested in so-called education. His parents could not afford it. So he attended school when he could, but most of his education was self-education, self-taught. And he teaches us that there are two types of education. One that's given to you by your master and one that you give yourself. And he says of the two, the one that is far more important is the one that you give yourself. The one you give yourself, beloved brothers and sisters. This is a man who gave us Black History Month. This is a man who gave us the book, The Education of the Negro, and the Miseducation of the Negro. Education of the Negro 1919, the Miseducation of the Negro in 1933. This is a man who founded the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History, now known as the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. He started that association in 1915 because as he grew up, as he went through the system of education, and as he excelled, he started to excel. And it was only in his late teens and in his 20s, I think it was in his 20s that he started attending secondary education. Think about it, beloved brothers and sisters. Secondary education in his 20s. But then he became only the second African person to obtain a PhD, the highest achievement in the system of education, their system of education. Only the second African in their top university, Harvard University. Think about it. But then he never worshipped their system of education. He became one of the biggest critiques. One of the biggest critiques of the educated black. Because they were so-called educated out of knowledge of themselves. They were educated out of knowledge of their history. They were educated out of knowledge of their culture. But he always had a grounding in who he was as an African. And so as he became a history teacher, a history professor, his greatest preoccupation was, where is the African? Where is the African man and woman in the history of the United States of America and in the history of the world? Because he understood, he had a sense that we had done great and wonderful things. He began to search, he began to research, he began to dig deep into the annals of history. Searching for his people and searching for the genius of Africanness. That's what he was searching for. And he made it very, very clear, even as he set up his association. And he had to turn sometimes to white lodges for funding. He made it very clear that he wanted the researchers and the workers in his association had to be African, because only African people can really understand and teach African history. Are you all with me, brothers and sisters? That was his thinking. That was his conviction. Come to G Woodson. He started a journal of African history. Now the journal of Negro history. Now the Journal of African American History, a very important journal, which reportedly it's a monthly or a bi-monthly I think it was, or is. And since its founding in 1916, it has never missed a publication. Think about that, brothers and sisters. It has never missed a publication since 1916. 110 years. What do we learn from that? The association, when it started in 1915, is still in existence today. A change in the name, a slight change in the name, but it's still in existence today. What do we learn from this? We should learn that when we build, we don't just build for now. We don't just build for tomorrow. We build for eternity. We build for eternity, beloved brothers and sisters. And so when we build, we build well. We lay a strong foundation. How much time do I have? We lay a strong foundation. I have 5 minutes. In 1926, that was when he founded Negro History Week. This year marks the centenary of the founding of Negro History Week. Come on, brothers and sisters. Negro History Week. In the 1960s was when we revised the concept of the term Negro. And the Negro term was discarded. We did not want to use the term Negro because we felt that it was a misrepresentation coming from the Greek or Latin necro, which means dead. We're not a dead people, we're alive. We are powerful people, beloved brothers and sisters. So we revised the concept of Negro and took on the word black. It became Black History Week, and we decided a week was not enough. And so Black History Week became Black History Month. And let me say this very clearly. Beloved, in the revolutionary 1960s, when we were redefining reality, the revolutionary 60s, when we are fighting against oppression. And let me say this, beloved brothers and sisters, when you hear people say, they gave us 1 month, they gave us that. No, they did not give us anything. They did not give us anything. This is the man who gave us Black History Month. And he gave us February, not because it was the shortest month of the year. That's another piece of propaganda. They gave us the shortest month. No! He chose it primarily because that was the month of the birth of Frederick Douglass. The 14th of the 2nd, 1818. Are you all with me, beloved brothers and sisters? This is all true history. Let's not deal with the propaganda, the false information. Are you all with me, beloved brothers and sisters? And it was intended from the outset to inspire African people to take charge and take control of the narrative of our history. Take it out of the hands of the enemy and start creating your own journals and your own institutes of study. Are you all with me, beloved brothers and sisters? But this is what I want to close with. Our history is supposed to inspire us to organize for a better tomorrow. Our history is supposed to inspire us to take charge and take control of our today.